Video games. Welcome back. I'm in. I'm 4 seconds into the video and already my phone is fucking dinging. I'm just gonna put this as far away from me as I can possibly reach in this room. There we go. If it dings again now, I don't think the microphone will pick it up. I think we're in the clear. What was I saying? I was saying something before I got so rudely interrupted. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood. I've found out that For the King is getting a sequel, and Dragon's Dogma is probably getting a sequel, and both of those are things that are happening, and that's got me in a right good mood. That has, because let's be real, those games both fucking rock. So I'm pretty happy about that. Scribble between the thighs of a page 3 girl, Loringne du Disco. What are we doing? What are we doing in this game? What are we doing actually? Like actually though. Like from a realistic perspective. In a world of police work and murder investigations, which is the thing that I'm currently dedicating my time towards. I don't really know. Have I spoken to you recently? I don't think I have. Is that a good reason to do so? Doesn't look like there's a good reason to do so. I was just kind of waiting to pass the time and go to the next day at this point, wasn't I? Because I need to retry some white checks, and that's about it. Realistically, I need to retry some white checks, but I don't know.
Well, look.
I don't know what else I can really. I don't know what else I can really. You know what I mean? Feels like there should be something else I can be getting on with, but I don't know what. Why are you still out here? Shouldn't you be in bed by now?
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found my way into the doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
No, I'm going to stoke her fear because that tends to get me what I want. Sorry about that. Probably make your home life a lot better, but I'm not here to help the kids. I'm here to catch the murderer and also do some random shit that I happen to feel like doing at the time. What's this?
What do you see?
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
But we know the victim had a bullet in his head. A more precise way to put it is, it was made to look like a lynching.
Like the coalition official said, surreal, like a play.
Exactly. They had to perform it to whoever was looking, the whole neighborhood, I suppose. And us too.
Wasn't expecting to get a little bonus 5 XP from checking that out. It pays to go back to things, doesn't it? We could go speak to Evrar again. We've not done that in a while. I guess that's a way to just kill these last few in-game minutes. Because I'm sort of struggling on anyone else at this point. I was kind of hoping I could find a way through from here. It really does feel like I missed something coming up here, because it was like a thing to get up here. It was a whole thing to get into this area, and then I just sort of gave up on it. And I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about how that went down. Is there really no way of just like hopping over there? Is there really nowhere else we can go? Is there nowhere else we can be right now? But why do I have a dog whinging? Why is there a dog whinging at me? What's your problem, Naomi? I know it sounds like I neglect these dogs, but like I've literally just spent the last hour. I fed them, I took them out. I've just been playing with one of them for like the last fucking 20 minutes, and I'm like, right, everyone's cool, everyone's chill. They're both just lying down and being calm for a minute. I'm going to go record a fucking, 45 minutes of Disco Elysium. That'll be fun. No, not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that, am I? Gotta be salty about something though. You know what I mean? Gotta be mad about something, so it might as well be the dogs doing dog things. Being canine in my presence. Those bastards. You think I would have seen it coming, really? Hey, have we spoken to you since...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
One step closer to the edge.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are these strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, Kuttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Or what?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She's almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
We weren't aware of that. Did we miss that one?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
You know what? You know what? I'm going round. I'm going round and we're going to have a little talk, me and Kuno S. I know I said I was going to go see Evrar. I know I made plans to do other things, but things have changed, you know? I'm going to talk about it to this little girl who's apparently done a murder. The murder girl, they call her. We're going to see what this is all about. We're going to get to the root of this.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Really? I'm not able to do anything? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. That's understandable. So what was this? Oh. It's still open. I didn't expect this to still be open, I'm not gonna lie. Let's take a little look around, I guess. The smell of disinfectant in the room. It smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
This is where the Chinaman mug came from, is it?
There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean, uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out the yellow man mug.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
So this is our good friend Gary? Is it Gary? I think this is Gary's house. Because it's established that he had a key or a means of getting into the bin, and he threw his mug away, right, when he broke it. The yellow man mug. Who thought this would be so important?
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Yeah, why don't the Union like
An
him?
interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this close in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
No, I think I know. Move on from the mugs. What is this? Oh, nice little dress shirt. Very nice. And this is... Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
Go on, let's hear some lore then. What's the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Don't bow to the
flag
flag.
doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colourful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
The book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Yep, well, again, the walking sticks, that's the cryptid they're looking for, isn't it? Ooh, don't mind if I do. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Guests with some useful items, it seems. There's not a great deal to be seen here, but we have confirmed, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that our boy Gary is not only living here, but also the one who was throwing things in the trash. He did already confirm that though, didn't he? He said he did it. He just cleaned up the clothes, but I think we needed to get more info on him to drag a little bit more of a conversation out of the fella. Can we fast travel over there? I mean, you can fast travel close enough, it seems. Let's go to the church. I want to go have another word with him after rooting through his shit. I think maybe we might be able to just get a little extra something, you know what I mean? Is it this way? I think it's this way. I'm known to be wrong, but I think I'm right on this one. Zoom out a little bit. Don't do that much. I usually keep a pretty locked camera in this, but we do have a few more perspective
Always a
options.
pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Yes, it was a white check. We're probably going to be better at that next time though, so I guess we'll come back to that tomorrow. Which, speaking of, it is now past 8 o'clock, so we can go take a little nappy. We paid for the room for the night, so might as well go. Is there like a cooldown on fast travelling or something? Why can I fast travel sometimes, but not other times? Guess I'm running back. It's fine. It doesn't take that long to get across the world in this game. It's not that big. Just a case of making sure I head in the right direction. I know we've got access to that shack as well, but as I say, since we've got the whirling for another night, we might as well use it. Oh, hold up. What's this then? A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, looks like we had a couple of party goers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Ooh, but I want to dwell on this. Yeah, man. Get rich or die trying, that's what I say. And I will probably die a few more times before the end of this game. What a pleasant nighttime stroll. I've noticed the edges of the screen are darkened at this time of night. I do wonder what happens if you stay up like super late in this game, like if you're wandering around at like 3 in the morning, if there's anything going on at that point, but I don't know, I kind of just want to hop forward. Presumably you do get forced to sleep after a while. Presumably. That's a presumption on my part, but I think it's a pretty safe one, all things considered. Right, I can sleep now. I can sleep now. Do I need to talk to Kim?
Yes?
Nothing. Can I sleep now?
The bed is still cold from the broken window.
Oh, is it 9 o'clock that it has to be before you sleep then? I can't remember. The game did tell me at some point, but I've already forgotten. Fuck, what do I do now then? I'm just sort of wandering about now. Not really very helpful. You see the yard below, the corpse is no longer there. Well no, because I got rid of it. You may remember that. It was a pretty cool undertaking on my part, I think. It took me a few days, I'll grant you, but I got there in the end. So what's your deal, dude? Why don't you like me?
You look like shit.
The ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
I know, it's intentional.
Like undercover?
The woman in the RCM uniform interjects.
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear you're an actual bum.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face.
A similar but different face.
He might be wearing a disguise.
83, eh? 83. Cool shades. You wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
He looks at you
As
inquisitively.
if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though.
No,
Who
I
is
can
this
make
guy?
I can make this click. 83%, easy. Easy roll.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
It's the 41st, right?
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds,
Somewhere good.
okay, let's talk about this hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
He just said okay. I guess I'll read this one then. Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in the alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Not like partners in crime, or...?
No, because in this thought experiment we are police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on, stop it.
Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Ah, who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him, or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lung.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling dished out by the sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Okay, so do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
I can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His grey eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
I've got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a megastar?
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course. This again.
So now will you answer some questions for me?
No,
Why not?
'cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one.
This is going to be good, isn't it?
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Let's not tell him everything. I'm doing an investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Hey, why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
Gives you an odd look.
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
I guess I'll see you around. I don't want anything more.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
Oh, wow, that was uncalled for.
Voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Wait, your voice. I recognize it.
Oh really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Yes, I haven't seen you before.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
No, this whole interaction was perfectly normal.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. Look, I just have to ask, are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent. Something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Yes? What is it?
Look, something is really bugging me. Are we or are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
She looks at you apologetically.
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
You with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You look cute together.
And you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
The man with sunglasses interjects.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Okay, well, goodbye. How interesting. I mean, quite clearly from the same precinct as them. I don't know why they're... I mean, okay, I do get why they're being assholes, because, you know, good old Harry is clearly a bit of an asshole himself, but, I don't know why we can't just, like, get to the root of what they're doing here a little bit more easily, you know? What can I do? What can I do for the remaining 26 minutes of time before bed? You got anything new for me?
The man ponders his
Nope.
cooking.
Are you magically open now?
You see ahead.
Nope. Okay. What about you? You got anything new? This dude just stood here. It's so tempting to
Wow.
talk to all the time.
Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us, that really sucked.
It's safe to say this is about your karaoke performance.
Fuck you. I have a vast soul and she will always come back to it. God, today really is just an entire session of nothing but interruptions. I got a text. I had a delivery coming from Asda, the great British institution that is Asda. Were bringing me some shopping. Got a text about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, just before I started recording, basically, that said, oh, they're going to be running late, so they won't be coming until you know, like 9 o'clock. It's not 9 o'clock, and they just fucking showed up, didn't they? So I just had to vanish, go and collect some shopping. But after that detour, I said, what did I say? Fuck you, I have a vast soul and she will always come back to it. And then he said, good for you, I'm not letting anyone up there ever again. Now, what did you want?
What was that? Who's the she? And why do you feel so bad suddenly?
The she, yeah. God, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs a finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Alright,
Yes?
fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to dob Glacier in. It's fine. Was kind of hoping he'd give me the go-ahead to get in there. Now that we've spoken about it, at least, maybe there'd be another option, like option to break it down. No, okay, fair enough. I've got this cool fucking sword that I'm carrying around with me right now, and I feel like it's going to make doing things like that a little bit easier, but clearly not enough easier bit enough. Monica's titties are big. Can you imagine? Can you imagine sitting around with a group of lads in the, you know, in the pub having a few drinks or whatever, and one of them just goes, Monica's titties are big. Just like apropos of nothing, you know. Yeah, thanks for that input. That's really helpful. So what do we do now? I really do feel like I've extended all my options. I guess we'll go back to Plan A, go speak to Everett a little bit more. Our good friend Everett. Him. You know the guy. Hey, have you got anything new for me? Just out of curiosity. Not spoken to you in a long ass time.
Looking for something?
Nope, doesn't look like it. That's all well and good. How about you? You got any new spice for me? Any new zingers?
How can I help you?
That weasel I visited. Turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
So who do you think killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Well, Evrar says Titus Hardy and his boys killed him.
That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, he was an enemy combatant.
Were you involved in his death?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He believes the Hardy Boys could have done it.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
Just dropped a pen. It's alright, I've just been sat here playing with a pen while having this little conversation. Oh, Jesus Christ. If ever I thought my professional standards couldn't slip any further, we've just hit them. We've just found a new rock bottom, you know what I mean? Let's go speak to Everard. I guess there's the strike leader, mercenary man, and our boy Measurehead as well. They're both possibilities for a little bit of extra conversation. Is there anything more we could get out of this?
This is the Night Watchman's booth.
Let's have a seat.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Search for a little something something to help you out.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to la opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
This is just everything that happens to your body after you hit 30, as far as I'm concerned. I don't see what the problem is.
Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else.
Disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat.
The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
Brilliant, let's get up. That was all I needed. That was all I needed, just an opportunity to think about John Travolta strutting his stuff in Saturday Night Fever. That was all I needed right now. That's the little jolt of energy I need to keep going on this investigation, to get to the root of it. Just a live Bee Gees concert. A little bit of Donna Summer. That's all I needed this whole time. Much better than drugs. Got anything new for me, bud?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo. In future, can we keep this greeting shorter?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
That's nice. Anyway, I'll see you later. Monsieur. Mr. Evrar, the man who is a desk. It's not a fishing rod, is it? It's... What is it? It's like a tuning fork. What the fuck is that? Weird. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the fishing rod, I don't think.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
A member of the board?
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervour now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
Well, that's a possibility, isn't it? I did it, Everett. I turned it off.
What?
The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it, and now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
So, this feels like a bad idea, because he seems like the sort of guy who will absolutely know when I'm lying to him. But we're really going to struggle to get that second signature. YOLO. I mailed the signatures you asked me to get.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done.
You mean the fishing village?
Yes, yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned, in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that union attitude.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
I think we've already done that.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Let's change the subject.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
And by change the subject, I mean fucking leave. What is the deal with the fishing rod, though? I want it. I want to take it. It's all shiny. Like a golden two-pronged fishing rod. I'm sure it's very cool. You know? It's very epic. I feel like I could catch twice as many fish with that bad boy. Considering there is a fishing village just around the corner, I'd really, you know, take the opportunity to improve things. Teach a man to fish and he can feed himself for a lifetime, that sort of thing, you know? Give a man a fishing rod and he can feed himself for 2 lifetimes because it's a 2-pronged fishing rod. I think that's how that saying goes. And it's still not 9 o'clock yet. This is fast becoming the quest for 9 o'clock, isn't it? What was this thing?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On.
On.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Uh-huh. Was this helpful? I think I just made a bridge. Oh, I'm very slowly making a bridge, at least.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose, it has acted, and now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
I think it was worth it. Look what we've got now. We got this thing.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on it.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Interesting. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it. But don't think I've not got plans for that container. Me and that container, we're gonna do some wonderful things together. You'll see. Just you wait. We're gonna make beautiful container music together. Which I imagine is just a lot of clunking and banging, but, you know. That's cool too. I really don't want to speak to Measurehead like ever again if I can avoid it, so let's go see if the mercenary's got anything to say to me yet. I very much doubt it, he's not been exactly forthcoming thus far, but you know, you never know.
Right to work!
What's a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
So what do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
So are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Oh no, I'm just an honest scab. That doesn't sound too convincing.
Fucking loincloth.
He stares you down mutely for a second.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
So what exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel.
It's really not.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Why don't you just, like, talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Odd, out-of-place colonial reference there, Mr. Scab Leader.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. Yeah, why is this guy so afraid of Measurehead? Like, there's a bunch of them, and he's built like a brick shit house himself. Like, could they not just, like, overrun him if they want?
He seems to be following his orders well enough for now. But beneath it all, there is a boiling rage and a dangerous carelessness. Do not be fooled by the programming. There is a precarious balance inside him, keeping him in check. But it's shaky as hell, and he's tired of it all.
Interesting. Not really interesting. I mean, we already knew all that about him, but just a bit crazy that he's keeping this up. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. It is 9 o'clock, so we can actually finally go and end our day's work, but... Oh, hold up. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Classier. Yeah, I just wanted to...
your bottles clunk.
Just wanted to cash in real quick. That's all I really wanted from here. Right, to bed, I think. To beddy buys. I have myself a nice little napperoonie. Get my sleep on. Maybe we'll have another one of those night-based epiphanies, you know? Have some weird, crazy, funky dreams that might lead to something fun. It's gotta be bedtime now. It's gotta be. Simply must be. There we go. There we go, we did it. Hooray. Huzzah.
The bed is still cold.
Go to sleep.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
But what is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister. A ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
Well, that's right. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class. For the money, baby.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Open your eyes.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Does this mean I have to clean up my hotel room?
Your level of personal upkeep is irrelevant. All that matters is your commitment to building the World Republic. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism. But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground. They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives. Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion?
Probably not.
Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
So how am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
You must mean my nose with a K, you know, as in my huge and highly functioning brain.
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists.
I can stink 'em.
We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
Alright, so what does communism smell like?
Failure.
There's so much failure in my life already. Don't know if I can take any more.
That's why you're perfect for the job. No one's got a better nose for failure than you, Harry. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix.
Yeah, well, I got plenty of changes of clothes.
People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. they're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinez. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
What an exciting new mechanic.
Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic. Judging from the bust of Krasmazov and other revolutionary paraphernalia you discovered, it seems that the Cape Side apartments may be a hotbed of communist activity.
We did break into that one random apartment that had like heavy communist paperwork and stuff all over it, so I don't know, maybe we'll return there. Alright, let's get on it.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker, 'tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, big communism.
Rise and shine, comrade,
why can I...
despite all the thinking you've been doing. You must,
why
that
is...
won't
Why,
they live
no,
underground.
Well, okay, yeah, but
Let
okay,
your nose guide you.
yeah,
No,
okay, cool.
We really
Yeah.
have no idea.
Oh, all right,
First,
yeah,
again,
let's, yeah,
judging
okay,
from the
yeah,
bust,
okay,
here we
okay,
go.
cool. Fucking epic, brilliant. Okay, let's wrap up here. I think that's probably enough. More of this next time, but less of that probably, but more of this. Yeah.